Hey everyone, Christian Harris here. I'm back with my fourth episode of Christian's Conversations with. This time I was lucky enough to be joined by Matt Wolff, who's the founder and CEO of a company called Ticket Time Machine. This week's episode's a little different in the sense that Matt's actually not looking for work. He's out there helping people that are trying to get a job today. He started a new project called hashtag open to work on LinkedIn that I highly suggest everyone checked out. It's been going on for about a week or two for him. You're seeing lots of different posts. What he does is he provides an outlet for everyone that kind of out there searching. So if you're out there looking for a job today or want to help people, check out hashtag open to work. It'll be in my comments when I post this shortly. So sit back. We had a great conversation around that, around his favorite events he's gone to. It's very interesting. So sit back, enjoy. You'll see the highlights in the next few minutes. And then if you want to see the full episode, it'll be available on Christian's Conversations with on both YouTube and Spotify. Thanks, and see you soon. So Matt, the reason I was brought to you is, as we talked a little bit, is I interviewed Bryce DeArmond the other day, and he mentioned you and said you'd be a great person to talk to. And after reading some of your posts, I said, hey, let's talk to that. So if you could provide me a little bit more background into your work history and kind of how you went about starting the Open to Work project.
Yeah, so my work history is I had been unemployed for long stretches a few times in over the 25 years since I've graduated, and it was a different world back then. There was no internet. There wasn't a lot of people helping. I just actually had a memory on Facebook where I posted I was looking, and I think I had three people like it and one person commented on it, which is, I mean, that's supposed to be my friends and the people I'm involved in. So you didn't get a whole lot of help from a lot of people back in the day, and it wasn't as easy to search for jobs. But I'm just seeing everyone else post on LinkedIn about jobs. I mean, there's people who post every week a list of jobs, and there was people who were highlighting people who were out of work and open to work. So I just thought, let me do something that, to me, it was like an easy lift. I could do it. I did a post. I did a collage of about 20 pictures of the people, and I tagged them on there and said, hey, these are good candidates open to work, just to see if we can get some visibility. And it kind of blew up. I was getting like 5,000 reactions, or 300 shares of a post. I mean, much better than any content I've ever put out. And so the next week I did some more. It's funny because maybe it's something with the algorithm, but it kept getting less and less. But I kept getting a ridiculous amount of requests. People sending me messages, hey, I want to be on your list. I want to be on your list. And I had a colleague of mine, Barry Kleiman, reached out and said, hey, how can I help? And I said, look, I have so many people who are asking me, can you post some of these? So he posted some of these. And I said, well, what can we do that might be able to get everything sort of central to this? I want to have like a database of all these candidates. And I started that to do that, but that's very extremely time consuming. So to start, I said, let's start an open to work group where we can get people who are looking to join this group, and hopefully we can get people who are hiring to join this group to see, so they can just really narrow down who's looking for work. You see this stuff on your feed all the time, but to be able to go to one spot where there's all these great candidates who are looking, and they can post what they're looking for, and they can sort of help each other and be sort of grow a community. That's where it all came from, and we're just going to try and figure out how we can make it more successful and more helpful. But in the meantime, I think we have 300 plus members who have gone. So encourage people to go to that group if you're hiring, or if you're wanting to help others and connect with them and share what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the open to work, because I think you're right. You have to let people know you're looking. There's no shame in that. Like, hey, I'm looking for a job, whether it be by choice or for whatever the reason may be. But when I started the process working with the company, they said, hey, take off your open to work, after a few weeks, so it like refreshes in the system, because there's different algorithms,
That sounds
you
like
know.
probably good advice.
Yeah, I mean, so, but I also think then people, it's like anything else, it's timing. So if I take it down, but somebody's looking for it and they don't see it, they don't know. So it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's a risky move, I think. I mean, right now, I don't think I have mine up. I've took it down because, that's what they told me to do.
So the other thing that I would recommend is if you don't have the open to work, or even if you do, is to have your tagline be very clear that you're looking for work or what
Yeah.
you're looking for. Because every time someone sees you post, all they see is this little tagline, and it's character limited, so you have to just sort of see how much they'll let you do. It's sort of just it's a tagline. It's something that's going to promote yourself, and that's going to try and bring people in and make them be intrigued by who you are. So it could be, looking for my next gig, or looking for opportunities in sales, whatever it is that's going to make someone look at your picture and really have a good understanding of what you're looking for. Because in a sea of profiles and a feed, and it goes fast, and you have to try and stand out, or at least really be clear. So again, it's all about being clear and being targeted to help others. People help you. I think it'll help you also, but I think it's all also about helping others help you. I think, they say that's really how most people get their jobs, is they're referred by others. It's someone in their network, not necessarily just seeing an online job posting. And I've been lucky, actually. The two best jobs I ever had, I found online, but they say that's maybe 10% of the people who are going to get a job.
What's your favorite event you've ever been to? I'm going to presume you've been to probably
Oh,
more than you can
man.
name.
It that's a tough one. It could be maybe the national championship when I saw the Gators
Oh,
play in Atlanta. That might be. I've been lucky enough to see the uh, the Gators win a football championship too when they beat Oklahoma. My favorite non-championship game might be the no hitter. I mean, to be in the stadium with a no hitter, it's just crazy. You're just the tension and how nervous you get for the pitcher, and how excited you get because you want to see that happen. I mean, and now it's a way more common, but still, that was the only time I ever saw a no hitter, and you can't talk about the no hitter while the
yes.
no hitters go. And I was able to see the World Baseball Classic where the final championship game where Otani pitched against Trout and struck him out to win the championship. I've been to so many games. Green Day was my favorite concert I've ever been to. I was on the floor. It was the atmosphere was electric. I still have the ticket from that show. And there's a ton of events I can't find the tickets, or I don't even know what I did with the tickets that I wish I did have.